So we have that vector space. So a vector space is just a set where we can scale vectors, and vectors can be added. They have meaning. Addition and multiplication of vectors with scalars, they have meaning. Basically, a vector space is a space where we can do the usual, algebra. Okay? But extended into multi-dimension, because if just algebra nga itong we just need, all we need is just the field. Okay? But we are going to deal with something here, pero dili kayo we're not really going to use this much, but only for you to be familiar, to be some sort of rigorous. Okay? So, ang wala pa niyo na is that we define now, okay, let X, definition. Let X, or let's call this definition 1, let X be any set. Okay? So, good na po dire. Okay? A set F, which is A, such that A is a subset of X. So we have a set X. Okay, it can be any set, and we can construct subsets of X, right? For example, if X is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One possible subset of X is 1, 2, right? So technically, you can form a collection of all subsets, of all possible subsets. Pila ka book possible subsets ng X? Daghan, right? That would be including itself and the null set. In fact, it's 2n. Okay? So let X be any set. A set F, or a collection. So this is a set of sets. Okay? Is called a sigma algebra. Okay? If first is an element of F. Okay? And then the second one is if A an element of F, this implies that A complement an element of F. And if A, B are element of F, this implies A union B is an element of F. Okay? So, yeah, I defined it differently sa katong sa inyo sa una. But this is just, dinalian na ni siya. Okay? This can be any finite union, union dire. Okay, but as of now, ang kailangan lang ni is that why do we need this set right here? Okay, because from this X and F, we will construct something very important, which is actually the main object of functional analysis. Okay. Meaning, this F must contain the null set and the set X. And then, if A is, you put A here, then you should put A complement, right? Okay? And of course, you can have, just to be, para klaro, suppose that we have a set A, B, a subset of X. Now, we want to have a sigma algebra generated by the set A, B. Okay? This is actually called the sigma algebra, the collection of this generated by the set A, B. So, the null set, the X, A must be in it, and of course B, because generated by A and B. And since A and B are in it, from the second one, A complement must be in this one. Okay? And so is B complement. And so is the union of, well, the union of A and A complement is just X, right? Okay? And the union of B and B complement is just X. Well, what sa pa nawala na to? The union of this must be here, right? A complement union B, and the union of, sa pa ba? A complement, B complement. And the union of, sa pa ba? What else? There, kanino? A, and so on. And you take again the union of this with another. Every time nga na mabutang siya dire, take the complement. Ibig sabihin, you take the complement of this, that would be dire na pod. Okay? Meaning, if A union B complement, that would mean, what's the complement of this? That would be A complement union B complement, which is just the same as A intersection B by De Morgan's laws. Anyway, I think you already get the point. Nasabtan ninyo? No, kung makita niyo, ano lang, dire lang na nagsugod. We want to generate and then just apply the definition. Okay? Now, the thing is, why do we define this? Because through this, we have now a pair, X, F. We call this now a measurable space. The term is measurable. Okay? And why is it a measurable? When we say measurable, we put a number to something. We measure something, a character of it. Okay? So we want here, what our goal is to put numbers on the subsets of X. That's why we construct this one. And why do we need this one in order to put numbers to this one right here? Because of, kung tanaw ninyo, if we look into this, and this is the way I illustrate sigma algebra. Suppose that this is X, and we have A, and we have B. So that there is A intersection B. Okay? You have A intersection B. What is now F? The collection of subsets generated by A and B. There could be other sets here, but we can just set the sigma algebra generated by A and B. Okay? So, what would be this one? Of course, the null and X must be in it. That's the first one. And it's A. So, we have this one right here. Atong butang anugana, no? Kulura na to. A. So, actually, this is X. And then we have A. Right? And then we have A complement. What is A complement? That's just X minus A. And we have B. And we have B complement. Oh. Right? Na ano ninyo? And what else? The union of these two, which is that, right? Kani. And of course, the complement of this. And again, the union of, well, you can take the union of this and that. Oh, pareho ra gyapon, this and that is the, so pa ba wala dire? How about the union of this and this? What do you have? That would be this and this. Kada, tama? This, right? Tama? Kani o kani. That. And again, the complement of that. And so on. I think there are 16 kabuok. Now, this is the wisdom of this one. This is a collection where I can look at the same, all at once, the relative sizes of each subset. For example, I can know this relative to the whole, to the full set. Tama? So if I'm going to give a number on this one, or kanisha, okay, ani ha, I'm going to give a number of in this, kanisha. And since muhatag og number dire, and this, we know that when I add this one, that must be equal to this, right? So I can be consistent. The number that I give to this one and the number I would give to this must be equal to the number I give to the whole. And all the same, right, kane? And I have the relative sizes of this and that. That's why this is called a measurable space. I can put numbers on them. So for example, one type of measure is the number of students. It's called a counting measure. Okay? The number of students in the class, that's a measure, right? And any subset of that, it will, kung tanaw niyo kada subset, ibulag nimo ang like group yourselves into, let's say, 3. When you add, you get the whole, right? And in fact, in that notion, we can now construct what we call a measure space. The measure, definition 2. Let X F be a measurable space. The function mu, which takes elements from X to R, is called a measure if first is mu of A, if for all AI, a subset of X, measure of AI must be greater than or equal to 0. This is positive definiteness. The second one is the measure of the null set must be equal to 0. And the third one is, the measure of the union, the countable union of AI. Okay, meaning you have AI. Here we are assuming, you have AIs, dugtong-dugtong ninyo, just like katong dire. When I divide your class into 3, not necessarily equal sizes. When I combine all of it, I should get the whole, right? Meaning the measure of, when I take the union isa-isa, katong the first group and the second group, and then finally take the union of the group must be equal to the sum, right? So this must be equal to the sum of the measure of each set. Sabtan niya siya? Right? Klaro man, no? Very intuitive. Okay? This goes to infinity. 1 to infinity. This is sigma. Okay, by the way, here, AI intersection AJ is empty, meaning that they are disjoints. Okay? What happens when they intersect, then if they intersect, that's actually a theorem, but I'm not going to prove that one. I'll just state that one here. Sa mga portrait, gi-prove na mo ni siya. Mu of union of that is less than equal to mu of the sum of mu of AI. Less than or equal whenever AIs are intersecting. Okay? So this is a theorem. It's not part of the definition. You can prove that one, but we're not going to, because I'm not here to teach measure theory. Anyway, so nasabtan natin yung measure space na. Okay, this one, the set, the triple X, the sigma algebra M, and the measure mu is called a measure space. Daghang klase nga mga measure. Just example of measure is the Dirac measure, which is the Dirac measure of a set A is either 0 or 1. 0 if X is not an element of A, X is an element of A. This is a measure. Meaning, if I can find any set. Let's say a set X to be, let's say X is 2. Or a set, the X is could be a person. Oh. Let's say, can say person. Who's your favorite person? Oh, let's say si Ivana. No? The Dirac measure with respect to Ivana. Okay? Whenever I can find Ivana in a group, that's 1. If not, 0. Okay? So, kana lang. So, what's the measure of the third year and the fourth year? Third year, kamo. That would be 0, no? Wala si Ivana. Dire, wala gyapon. Oy, Ivana, kasi may Ivana sa inyo, ha? Ha? Okay. So 0. Or anyway, that could be any X could be any a character. Okay, whenever nga naay unsa ba, naay gwapo. Or naay gwapa. It's just 1. Bahalag pila ka buok diya. Anyway, that's a measure. It follows that property. Also, the counting measure, the cardinality of a set, A, this is a measure. Okay? You can take this as a measure. Mu of A is the cardinality of A, the number of elements. That is a measure. It follows that one. Okay? So, but the most important measure, not that this is the only measure that is available, that is present, but there's a possible measure. But in functional analysis, the hero here is what we call the Lebesgue measure. It's complicated to define the Lebesgue measure, but I'm going to just define it here without any the Lebesgue measure. The Lebesgue measure of an interval, given the interval AB, is, we call this, directional na ako, lambda of the interval AB equals B minus A. This is only defined on continuous sets. Okay? If you have infinite set but countable, meaning you can count the number of then the Lebesgue measure there is 0. Walay kuan. Okay? Meaning that A and B here are, it could be interval. Well, it will be the same. The Lebesgue measure of the open interval AB is just B minus A and so on. A possible combination of open and close. Okay? The Lebesgue measure is the generalization of what we call volume. This is the way that we can, that's why, na-notice niyo that the question nga, the size, there are, the interval 0 to 1 and 0 to 2 have the same number of cardinality. How many elements are there in 0 to 1? Infinite. How many elements are there between 0 to 2? Infinite. But who's greater? You would say 0 to 2 because it's twice. No, actually, this is 0, the interval 0 to 1 and 0 to 2. I can make a mapping such that every element here, a 1-to-1 map. So meaning, technically, the number of elements of these two are the same. They are infinite. But they have the same different length. That measure that I'm going to put there, that's why the counting measure doesn't work with with continuous sets. Okay? Tungod kay, dili na siya, you could not count it. It's uncountable. Okay? And that's why I need the Lebesgue measure to give some sense of some measure here. That I'm going to compare what's the difference between 0 to 1. I can have this notion of length. Okay? And that's the sa Lebesgue measure. And this is all throughout in this discussion that will follow, we are in a Lebesgue measure space. Okay? Meaning that our mu is lambda. Okay? So, meaning, here, we are, anyway. So na ano ninyo ang importance sa third year? At least why did I define this one? Actually dili magid nato ni siya gamiton. But dili na siya may purpose, pero manggod we are actually we will be in a situation where the measure matters. It is the primary object. Okay. Now, okay. Let VF be a vector space. Di na ako isulat ang operation, no? It's just a vector space over the field F. Or let V be a vector over the field F. An inner product on V is the map satisfying such that for all U, V, W, an element of V and alpha, an element of F, we have alpha U plus V, W equals alpha U, W plus VW. This is called linearity. Okay? This is a scalar, right? Alpha is an element of the field. Take note of that. Remember. Okay? Balik na ta dire. It's an element of the field. We can take that one out. So, meaning lang ani, actually, gi-combine na nako ni ang there are two possible gi-combine nako dire, no? Pag ana lang, okay? Pag kanilang siya, wala ni siya, meaning you can take alpha. Right? Pag wala ang alpha, meaning that you can separate the two in terms dire. Okay? Number 2, this is UV equals VU complex conjugate. Or in general, the Hermitian conjugate. Okay? In many books, usually ginaano na nila ana. Okay? Or we'll just use kanina lang. Okay. This is conjugate symmetry, I think. Yeah, conjugate symmetry. Pag wala yan, if the field is the real number, then this is just symmetry. Okay? But in general here, we are allowing for a complex field. Okay? The third one is, kaning topic, wala ni sa both classes. Okay, have not discussed this one. Ako nag-discuss ani sa fourth year, no? Ever? Sa atong gikuan. Okay. The third one is UV greater than equal to 0 with UU greater than equal to 0 with UU equals 0 implies that U equals 0. This is positive definiteness. Okay? And actually, it will follow from the kuan. So, here, a vector space endowed with an inner product is called an inner product space. Okay? So, we have just constructed something, an important object on the vector space to call it an inner product space. Not all vector spaces may have inner products. Okay? One example, the inner product of R, if Rn, if V equals R3, R2 or R3, then the inner product is just the dot product, right? The dot product obeys this one. Diba? The dot product A dot B equals B dot A. We don't need the, real number. Diba? The dot product is the inner product in R. That's when our B is R. When our set, okay? Or Rn, R2, R3. So the dot product is just this one. So R is R2, R3, and so on. Rn is an inner product space. Okay? Now, from the inner product, the definition, unsa na ni siya? Definition, I think 3. Definition 4. Again, let be a vector space over F. A norm on V is the map this is R. Actually, it's just a R positive, non-negative R. I'll just put R here. Such that well, for all U, V, an element of V, and alpha, an element of F, we have the norm of U is greater than equal to 0 with this is equal to 0 if and only if U equals 0. It's the same as this one, positive definiteness. Now, you call this the norm. Okay? And then, we have alpha U equals the absolute value of alpha times the norm of U. This is homogeneity. Okay, alpha here is a scalar. Take note of that. And you have the norm of U plus V is less than equal to the norm of U plus the norm of V. Okay, triangle inequality. Now, what is the norm and why is it important? The norm is actually, we are now putting lengths on vectors. We are defining lengths on vectors. So far, in vector spaces, we did not define lengths. Right? Wala pa talaga unsay length nga vector. Okay? Now, the norm is actually putting lengths on vector. And when we say, okay, by the way, here, the V with the norm is called a norm space. Norm vector space is a norm vector space. So, is R a norm vector space? Yes. In fact, R is the trivial example of every type of, almost every, I think, every type of spaces nga ato ang gusto ikuan. Because R is always our notion, our default. Our intuition is in R. Okay? Even when we go to curved spaces, we don't worry about the curve as long as at some point, at some small area there, we can flatten it to look like R. Rn. So, this norm, yeah, natay length. Okay? And an inner product can induce the norm. In fact, theorem, maybe I'd like this as theorem. Okay? Or, corollary na lang siguro. Okay, example na lang. The square root of U can be taken as the norm of U. In fact, the length of the vector, right? The square root of So, automatically, an inner product would induce a norm. But not all norms are coming from inner products. There are lots of that. Okay? For example, Um, the norm, I think this is an example of the Manhattan norm. I think this is called the Manhattan norm, or another term for this is the taxi cab. You'll understand why. Okay, the norm of any u, okay, u given by x, y, no? Coordinates. It could go to n, but let's just sa R2 para mas dali. This is equal to the absolute value of x, okay, plus, wait. Yeah, the absolute value of y. This one. And this will make sense at balikan nato ni karong taod-taod. Okay, this norm is not coming from an inner product. Okay? This does not come from inner product. So every inner product space is a norm space. But not all norm space an inner product space. Okay? In fact, many of those important spaces are not inner product spaces, as we will see later. Now, after this, I will define another definition. 5. Let X be a set, a function D, which means it takes X cross X to, again, positive real number, I'll just put R, is called a metric. Okay? Given the following: 1, D of X, Y, if for all X, Y, an element of X, capital X, is greater than equal to 0. Again, with equal to 0 if X equals Y. Okay? And then the second one is D of X, Y must be equal to D of Y, X. This is symmetry. Okay? And the third one is triangle inequality. DXZ, napay Z din, no? XYZ, XZ must be less than equal to DXY plus D of XZ. The metric is a generalization of the distance between 2 points in a given set. Now, we don't require X here to be a vector space. It's just a set. Okay? To give a metric, we don't require the set to be a vector space. Pero sa inner product and the norm, they are vector spaces. Here, we don't require X to be a vector space. So, any na siya. Now, it seems that the norm, some of the properties of the metric can be found in the properties of the inner product and the norm. Right? Asa ni siya? Naani sa inner product, right? For the real inner product, real vector space. Naagapon sa inner product. Nasa norm. This one, nasa norm. Naaba ni sa inner product? Wala. Right? So there must be a relationship between the three. Okay? Well, the norm actually induces a metric. The metric, we can think of dxy as the norm x minus y. So the norm the metric can be induced by the norm. So every norm space is a metric space. Okay? Every norm space is a metric space. Because automatically from the norm, from the length of the vector of that, you can what? You can find the length of, meaning usay ginasultian eh. The norm, the distance between x and y is just usay ibot pasabot. You subtract x minus y in the vector space and take, that is another vector, right? And take the norm of that resulting vector. And that resulting, the norm of that resulting vector is the distance between x and y. Muna iba pasabot. Okay? Now, asa na ta? Okay. Well, balikan natin ni siya. The Taxicab metric or the Manhattan metric. The Manhattan metric is d of uv equals, well, give u is x1, y1, v is x2, y2. Okay? U is x1, y1, v is x2, y2. So this is just x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y1. In fact, this is actually an interesting ano. For example, ano na siya? Given here and then another point here, what is the distance between 2 points? Oh, by the way, the Euclid, before this, an example of the Euclidean metric, dxy or uv is equal to x, delta x squared plus delta y, or delta xi na lang, no, the sum of this, square root. This is a Euclidean metric. Delta xi's are elements. Okay? So, x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared plus z2 minus z1 squared. That's a Euclidean distance. So, the distance, if you, okay? Now, this distance right here, unsay kalahian sa distance of sa metric, whenever I set the other point to 0, to the origin, the metric becomes the norm. Napansin niyo? When I set one of the points, if I'm going to set this at the origin, then this just becomes the norm of v. Right? So it's clear from that. Now, the Taxicab metric or the Manhattan metric is something like this. Imagine that this is a subdivision. You go from one house to another. Certainly, dili ka pwede mo agi dire, di ba? Unless you can fly. If you cannot fly, then you can... Okay, these are subdivisions nga naka-grid. Di ba? Subdivision, like housing projects. Okay? In order to get to this point, you have to walk by this and walk by that. So the distance from this point to that point is not actually this one, the Euclidean distance, but the kani. It's called the Manhattan because I think a place in Manhattan, something you go from one place, one building to another in Manhattan. Also may ano, di ba? You cannot, it's impossible for you. For example, the distance from this location to Dulugon is not the straight distance. Unsa, daghan. Mag-ana-ana pa ko, right? Okay? Now, what's interesting, just a elaboration of this metric is that the pi here would change. The value of pi would change. Why? Pi is defined as the ratio of the circumference over the diameter, right? Now, let's define a circle in a space. In fact, this is called some L1 space. Okay? But I'm not going to define, para di natin magkuhan kayo. Okay? C over D. The distance of this, let's just take this length to be R. What point is this? This is R, 0. Okay? Now, I'm going to draw a circle in L1 space. I'm going to draw a circle here. What would the circle look like? Well, at this point right here, a distance R is kani, right? That must be 0R. This is part of that. This is a circle. This is negative R to 0. The distance from here to the origin is 0. You can use the origin man ang isa. Manhattan and so on, right? This is 0, negative R. But what are the other points? Okay? Well, kung tanawon ako ni siya, putlo na ako. Okay. I'm going to cut something like dire. So I'm going to connect what's lacking dire, tama? So, ana dito. Meaning that this is a point on that circle. Tama? How about the half? Then that half is, I'll extend the half so naa dire. How about dire? So, in cut dire, pero kani, akong iana dito, like, no, I have to walk. Imagine niyo? So, paana? In fact, this is a circle in L1 space. Okay? That's a circle. It doesn't look like a circle. It's a circle in L1 space. Because what's the definition of a circle? The locus of a point which moves such that it is always equidistant from the center. What's all the points here are of the same distance to the center, the origin, right? Tama? So, is this a circle or not? That is a circle. It doesn't look like a circle, sir. Yeah, it doesn't look like a circle in our Euclidean mind. Okay? Because the circle in the Euclidean, is L2. Square root, diba? That would be the circle in Euclidean. And in fact, hantod, ang L infinity, mahimo na siyang box. A box is a square. Okay? L1, L2, L3 is something like paane. Hantod magka-oval na, murag maana yung shape, oh. So, hantod mo siyang kuan. Okay? Now, I'll calculate the pi, this one. So, what's the distance kani? The distance of that is r minus 0, absolute value of r minus 0, which is r, right? Plus 0 minus r, absolute value is just r, tama? So, the distance from this point to that point is what? 2r. So, what's the total distance? What's the circumference of the circle? That would be 8r. What is the diameter? This is r. So, divided by 2r, which is pi. So, pi equals 4. And in fact, for years, diba, I showed to you in the Riemannian spaces also the pi would change. Okay? When we get into the curved space. So, now at least you have done the notion how space could change depending on our definition of metrics and norms and blah, blah, blah. These are all definitions. Now, all norm spaces are metric spaces, but not all metric spaces are norm spaces. When we say a norm space, we are talking about a global norm. The norm at any point in the space is the same. Okay? But there are spaces in which the norm, depending on which part you are in the space, would change. And that is example of that are Riemannian manifolds. A sphere, S2, is not a norm space. Okay? The length of the vector, in fact, in curved manifolds would change depending on the points on the manifold. That's why you have to bring the metric tensor dito. It's a metric space. Riemannian manifold in general is a metric space, but not a norm space. You cannot have there a global norm. Okay? And so on. Now, let's discuss sequences. Okay, let's discuss sequences. Definition pila na ni? 6. Let X, D be a metric space. So here, we require a metric space. A sequence, Xn on X is called Cauchy. Okay? Sa Cauchy sequence. O, so may, yung topic ko kay Cauchy, di ba? What's a Cauchy sequence? Ay, sumbong na mo. O, so may yung Cauchy Riemann conditions. Oh, but of course, you discuss about Cauchy sequences. Okay. A Cauchy sequence is that is called Cauchy if for all epsilon greater than 0, there exists an n such that for all mn greater than epsilon, okay, dxmn is greater than is less than equal to epsilon. Or now let's interpret this one. Emphasize nato ni siya be. D of xn is less than epsilon. That means here you have a sequence. And as you increase xn, it could be that the sequence would increase or it would decrease. X could increase or could decrease, right? A sequence, no? Example, 1, 2, 3, that's a sequence, right? 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, what's next? 4 plus 3, 7, 11, that's a sequence, right? It's a sequence. X1 is 1, then 2, and so on. Now, take the distances of xn. For example, in the sequence 1, 2, 4, 7, 11. What is x? x4 minus x3. What is x3? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 4. 4, tama? x3, the x4 is 11. That would be the distance is 4. And as you can see, as you increase the sequence, the distance becomes farther and farther and farther. Right? That sequence diverges. Now, a Cauchy sequence is a sequence in which as you increase, there exists that n such that, this is actually a natural number. Okay? For all mn, this is mn greater than n. Okay. Okay? It's not epsilon. For all mn greater than n, meaning that you can find a number n. If you increase, you can still find that number n such that for every m and small n greater than that capital N, the distance of the sequence is less than epsilon for all epsilon greater than 0. I can choose to decrease that epsilon. Ang meaning lang actually, basically, a Cauchy sequence is a sequence which converges. The further you get m and n, the more that magkaduol ang points nila. Nakuha ninyo? Sabdan? This is not a Cauchy sequence, katong karon, right? Because a Cauchy sequence is the farther, the greater ang m ug n, the more closer that these points are getting, okay? Sabdan ninyo? That's a Cauchy sequence. So, theorem, every convergent sequence is Cauchy. O, theorem na siya. Just example, every convergent sequence is Cauchy. Okay? Now, I'll define this one. Definition. A metric space is complete. So, the word here is complete. A metric space, XD. Okay? A metric space, XD is complete. Klaroon na ito, nibi. Complete if all Cauchy sequences converges to an element in it. Or converges in it na lang. Meaning, when we say converges in it, meaning, di ba, cosi-sequence, magkaduol. Meaning, as you set m and n, when they approach to infinity, what would happen to xm minus xn? That would mean that xm minus xn will approach 0, right? Right? Will approach 0. So, meaning that sequence xn will approach a certain value. Okay? Meaning, okay, here we have x, the sequence fn, will approach some x. And if x is an element of capital X, then this metric space is complete. Nagsabtan ninyo? It is complete. Okay? Now, I've said all convergent sequences are Cauchy, but not all Cauchy sequences are convergent. For example, 1 over n, the sequence 1 over n, is convergent in the space 0, 1. Also, ilimit, 0 to 1. It's convergent. This is a Cauchy sequence in 0 to 1. Okay? Sabdan? This is a Cauchy sequence in 0 to 1. But this sequence is still Cauchy, but not Cauchy if our space is 0 to 1. It doesn't converge here. Why? Because when say convergence, as n approaches infinity, this approaches 0, right? And 0 is not part of this. Right? So if we take our space, our x to be this one, then this sequence, in general, that's still Cauchy, but not in this space right here. Doesn't converge. Okay? So, okay. Na may notion karon of a Cauchy, of a complete. Now, let's define a more important, di ba siya more important? Let V be a vector space. A norm, let V be a norm vector space. Here we are talking about a norm vector space. A norm vector space. V is called a Banach space. If V is complete in the metric induced or is complete in in the norm. Recall that we define the completeness in terms of the metric. Okay? Now, a norm induces a metric. Inner product induces a norm. A norm induces a metric. But not all metric are coming from a norm. Now, we want those vector spaces in which this metric is induced by the norm. Okay? Or actually, we can just call this a Banach space is a complete norm vector space. It's understood that when we say completeness, we mean the metric induced by the norm. So the length there, the distance between 2 points in a Banach space are coming from the lengths, the difference of the lengths of two vectors. Understood? Tama? Okay? In fact, what's the metric induced by the norms? Diba? D of UV is equal to U minus V. If the space, if the distances of the sequences if it is complete, it's complete. And that distances is by the norm. Is induced by the norm, meaning that you measure the distances by the differences of the two vectors and the norm of that, then that is a Banach space. Example of Banach space are L1 and LP and capital LP. Now, what is an LP space? Let's define an LP space. Definition, what is this? Saan siya? 7? 8? Definition 9. Let X, F, mu be a measure space. The space LP, okay, LP. Well, this can be of R or of C, okay, is the space in which the norm is f of, let's call X, okay, LP space. So, if the norm of the space is defined by this, okay, that means that let's take L1. L1 are absolutely integrable functions, basically integrable functions. When you integrate a function over all space and it converges, that's an L1 function. That's a function, is an element of L1. Now, we will point out, okay, anyway, L2 is when this becomes squared. Okay? And 1/2 dire, ang norm. Okay? Now, ako na-erase niya siya, pencil follow, okay naman, no? Maka-cope up na mo sa abstraction. At least concrete naman siya. Daghan kay ko gipang, in fact, in functional analysis, na mga theorems, I'll skip a lot of dire. Importante ang intuition. Okay? Okay, now, asan na ta? Yeah, the Banach space. Basically, what's a Banach space? The Banach space is a complete space. All Cauchy sequences converges. Meaning that if a general vector space is a space where you can do the usual algebra that you know, a Banach space is a space where you can do calculus. There is this notion of differentiation and integration because you need its limits, right? So a Banach space is a space where you can do calculus. Okay? Now, there's another definition here. Definition, saan na siya? 10. Definition 10. Let V be a vectors let V be a vector space if V is complete in the metric D of xy equals the square UV then V is called a Hilbert space. Now, this Hilbert space is our target. Okay? Meaning that the Hilbert space is a Banach space because this is a norm, right? In fact, that this metric is induced by a norm. This is induced by an inner product. That means a Hilbert space is a special type of Banach space wherein the norm is induced by the inner product. Okay? So, among those LP, capital L, L1, L2, L hangtod L infinity, only L2 is a Hilbert space. Okay? What's L2 spaces? These are the squarely integrable functions, meaning that the f of x squared d mu x is, it converges, okay, less than infinity in the Lebesgue sense. Okay? So, functions to satisfy this is part of L2. Okay? Nasabtan? So, kaning L2 ang grabe ka gamit kayo sa atuwa. And this is where we will be staying karon. Okay? So, a Hilbert space is a Banach space. But the norm is induced by a metric. I mean, a inner product. Inducing again, the inner, meaning that the metric is coming basically from the inner product. So, R is a Hilbert space. Okay? So, it must be complete, meaning that we can do calculus here. And what's the point of trying to induce a inner product here? Why do we need to induce an inner product? I mean, the metric must be an inner product. Because in a Hilbert space, this is among the spaces that, in a Banach space in general, the, kumbaga pa, among all those spaces, only the Hilbert space where the geometry makes sense. Why do you say that, sir? Because kung tanawin ninyo, the inner product is connected with angles, right? So may dot product. A dot B is A, B cosine theta. So, that means a Hilbert space is, we can make sense of here of angles. In general, Banach spaces, angles may have, geometry may mean nothing. But in a Hilbert space, geometry would make sense. Okay? That's why it needs to be pointed out because of this inner product, because this distance is induced by the inner product, in which the inner product there, you encoded the angle, the orientation of vectors. So that means Hilbert space is here, the orientation of vectors matters. Okay? And where we can actually put orthogonal expansions. It makes sense now to say orthogonal in a Hilbert space. It doesn't make sense in general Banach space. Because there's no sense of angle there. Nasabtan ninyo ang ano ka rin? Now, quantum mechanics is in Hilbert space. The first postulate of quantum mechanics is the state function is a vector in Hilbert space. What's Hilbert space? In fact, that's L2 space. What's the norm there? The square of the wave, the normalization, the square of the wave function, take the integration of that. That's the norm of sa quantum mechanics. And the probability density is the square of the wave function. Psi square x equals the density function of diha. So, that's a Hilbert space. And I think, so nasabtan ninyo ang importance sa Hilbert space. Okay? Now, it would make sense, okay, meaning that in a Hilbert space, all Cauchy sequences converges. If we have a sequence, and it must converge to an element in the space, and we need that. That is what exactly we need now. Okay, that very property. Remember, the basis vectors? Remember the basis vectors nga giano nato sa vector spaces? The span. You have a set, you have B, a set of bases. This basis spans the space. You have a set of vectors. Now, given a set of vectors, V1, sa muka, ginani nga chok, V200, Vn. Now, in order for this to be a basis of the vector space V, first is it must span B. They are linearly independent and they must span V, meaning all elements of V, meaning that they should converge to an element in V. We are going to use this property. Now, theorem. I will not prove this one because in order to prove this one, we have to go out. We have to discuss another something that we cannot discuss here because it requires some deep analysis. So, the set B, let B1. Okay, we will focus now on theorem. We'll focus now given L2. Okay? The L2 space. And I'll just focus on an interval. Minus pi to pi. On this interval, B1 is the set of bases cosine nt sine nt, and B2 is e to the I nt. Here, B1 and B2 are bases, a basis. Or each of these are a basis, meaning each is a basis of L2. Okay. When we say, in order to show this one, we have to prove that the sum of cosine nx nt plus the sum of cosine nt plus sine nt converges to an element, to some element psi, which is an element of L2. Okay? But this is, we will need something, wala na ako na define. So, let's just accept this one. I'm not going to prove this one because if I'm going to prove this, I'm going to use Fedger means and some theorems dito that I have to discuss again. So, what I'm saying here is that this is a basis of L2. Okay? This n, by the way, n here, n, wala na ako nabutang. This is 0, 1, hantod, infinity. The same with dire. Okay? This is a basis in, meaning that the linear combination, I'll put a linear combination, whatever, let's call this, nani siya coefficient, and there's a coefficient here, it must converge to an element in L2, and it does. Okay? Meaning that, if that is the case, if this is true, and let's assume that this is true, this is proven, let's have another theorem. Let F be an element of L2. Okay. Then, F of t can be written as the sum of an cosine nt plus the sum of bn sine nt. Okay? Moreover, this can also be written as the sum of cn e to the int. Okay? Because this converges. This is a Hilbert space, and this is complete. And this is a Cauchy sequence. You can prove that this is a Cauchy sequence. It must converge to an element in the, which is, let that F to be the element of that one there. Meaning, we can expand F as this. Tama? Kung sa maning an, okay, in R3, that is just A, which is our F of t. Think of this as our F of t. Analogy. No? F of t. This is AX I plus AY J plus AZ K. Now, unsa ni siya? This is our AN, right? Or BN. And this is what? This is the cosine or the sine. Nasabtan? So, if that is the case, then, okay, we can do this. And we can do that. What we need now is to find what is AN and BN. Well, this is again a theorem. Oh, before I present the theorem, let's derive this. Okay, what I'm going to do is integrate both sides. Okay? I'll integrate both sides and multiply by cosine mt. So this becomes here ft cosine mt dt equals erase na ako, be. I'll integrate this one. The integral now of ft cosine of mt dt equals the sum of the integral of ft cosine mt cosine nt plus the sum of by the way, napay an dire. Times no, sorry. This is the sum of an cosine mt cosine nt dt plus the sum of bn cosine mt sine nt dt. Now, by the way, okay, dinala ko ni siya, i-prove, show that cosine mt, cosine nt equals, dt equals from minus pi to pi is the Kronecker, is this the Kronecker delta? Mn. Kundi ay 2 pi Dirac delta Mn. Okay? And the integral of cos squared, whenever, and then what do we need? The integral of cosine mt sine nt equals 0. Okay? This is 0. Is this 0? Let you do. This is 0, diba? 0. So that means that in fact, the basis cosine nt and sine mt are what we call orthogonal. They are orthogonal, meaning that in RT they are perpendicular. Now, it makes sense to say that because we are in a Hilbert space. Okay? So, using this property, from here, this is 0. What is... This is A, this is minus pi to pi. This is AM, AN, 2 pi AN equals the integral of f of t from minus pi to pi cosine nt dt. Okay? Equals AN. That means for A naught, this is what? For A naught, ang sa may tabo? No, this is 0. So 1. This is 1 over 2 pi. Tama? The integral of minus pi to pi f of t dt. How about AN? AN equals 1 over 2 pi integral of minus pi for n greater than 1 to pi of f of t cosine nt dt. Okay? Now this can be extended. Okay? By the way, I forgot some important dire. Here, we are actually meaning we are assuming that f of t has a period 2 pi within negative pi to pi. That means this is 0, this is pi, and this is negative pi. Our f of x could be this, meaning if it is periodic, after this mo na pud siya with the length of 2 pi. And this is now important because this is how we model signals, right? This is like signals. Okay? We are assuming it to be periodic. It will repeat again. Okay? That's our assumption dito. Because in fact, that's why we use this cosine MNT. MT dire. Okay? So, kani dire, asa naman ta? How about BN? Okay, I leave to you BN. What we will do is multiply by sine. You do it again, gani, but multiply by sine NT. And do the integration. You will see that BN equals 1 over 2 pi integral of minus pi to pi of f of t sine NT dt. Okay? So I can now state this theorem. Okay, i-capital na ako ni. Theorem. Let f be an element of L2, a periodic function. Okay? Which has period between pi to pi. Minus pi to pi. Okay? Minus pi to pi. Then, f of t equals a naught over 2 plus plus summation of an cosine nt plus summation of bn or an cosine nt plus bn sine nt where this. Okay? Now, this is called the Fourier series. That's now Fourier series. We have now defined the Fourier series from a theorem. Okay? If you go to ARFCAN directly defined this one from the beginning. I think. Sa sugod niya. Okay? But we had to go through a lot. Kaya ano man gud ang ano? I want nga makasabot mo sa usa namang expansion. Because in fact here, we are talking about the interval minus pi to pi, and the function must be periodic. F of t must be periodic. This is a Fourier basis. Now, what happens if the interval is 1 to 1 and the function is non-periodic? That would be the Legendre basis. And this one right there is the Legendre polynomials. Expansion na sa Hilbert space, sa L2 space. It's the same nature as the Fourier. The only requirement, have you met the Legendre polynomial, di ba? Electromag. Okay? The Legendre polynomial, so come on, you have already met the Legendre polynomials. Okay? And the Legendre polynomials, actually, totally murag detached kayo nga concepts. But no, they are not detached concepts. These are just functions in Hilbert spaces. We are expanding a function in the Hilbert space. Okay? The Fourier basis is whenever f has a period of 2 pi. Kani? If whenever f has no period, then mauni siya. Okay? By the way, this is not A naught. A naught is murag sayop ni siya. Murag 1 over pi ra ni. Okay? 1 over pi ra ni because there's a 2 here. Yeah, I think that's 1 over pi. Okay? So, maybe later, kung maano na to, we'll derive the Legendre polynomial, the same gyapon. Okay? Nga kuan. And in fact, when we change, tanawa, our measure, we let this to be dx. Our measure is in R. This is actually L2 space, in general, ano sa dx. What if our d mu becomes e to the minus x squared? Or x squared over 2 gihapon, dx. If this is now, that's why I nagsugod ko og measure. Why? Because when this changes, and whenever we have a periodic function, the weighted this is now a weighted space. A weighted space. And this is now the weight. Ano man God? If we want, we can actually extend this definition from any interval AB. Okay? Or any period na lang between minus t over 2 to positive t over 2. What would happen? This becomes n pi over t times t. If we extend the period between minus t over 2 to t over 2. Okay? And this becomes right here. And I want you to, dali lang siya, this is n pi t over t, yeah. And so on. So, kani, mao gyapon. This is n pi over capital T times t. Same with one dire. Nasabtan? I defined minus pi to pi. I can go from between any period I want as long as the function is still assumed to be periodic. Okay? And I would get mao ni siya. Okay? It's just rescaling of this one sa space. Gato lang i-expand. Now, what happens if ato ni siyang anaon? Okay? If you're going to do that, then it could be the problem is at infinity. The function may diverge. In order for that to prevent pag-diverge, we weight the space. Kani. If this is the weighing factor, then the resulting series diri will be the Hermite polynomials. Okay? So, asa niyo nakita ang Hermite? Sa harmonic oscillator. In fact, nga naman, because ang harmonic oscillator, you're assuming p to the minus ax. Di ba nga, solution? Okay? So, whenever you change changing some measure, so the place, although we are not going rigorously dito, pero at least somehow, nga maano ninyo that this, along with the measure, would change ang yahang ano. And if kanisya goes to infinity, non-periodic, you will get there the Laguerre polynomials. When the weight is minus e to the x. Okay? From 0 to the Laguerre polynomials. Asan niyo na-encounter ang Laguerre? Di ba nag-hydrogen atom naman mo? Karon di ba nag-hydrogen naman mo? Okay. So, kaning mga special orthogonal functions of physics, these are just expansions in the... Okay. Ang?
Sa Fourier ng cosine sine. Ito x pero wala niya define niya giho dito kay
si Arfken?
Iya gitawag na special functions instead of
disconnect.
Instead na iyang emphasize sa vector spaces dito.
Yeah. That's actually the thing kabalo mo nganong ga-effort ko sa inyong tudlo gikan dire. Because if you look into the Arfken's book, murag detach kayo ang mga concepts. But many of the Arfken nga topic, masummarize nimo, di man ma-unify nimo into this. So, since ako magod na ako'y background, ako'y master sa mathematics, so I want somehow nga gamito na ako na siya in order to kailangan nga masabtan niyo the way siguro nga unsay kuan, pero just for you to know that dili na siya gimagic nga gidiretso lang, at least na justification. Now, after some time, when you encounter this sa inyong advance, kaning mga words na ako, may plant a seed there. Daghan kay mga gipangyayo akong professor sa UNAD, which was actually also si Dr. T sa UNAD. Dito gid ko na sa iya. When he was teaching, and then daghan siya ginapangyayo nga that time medyo alien, pero nagplanto siya seed because later on when I encountered it, ko'y context. May context mo ni siya ganong I have to go through all of this Hilbert space stuff. These are actually functional analysis. This is graduate level mathematics. Kung ako gitong gi-detail, That's graduate level real analysis sa sa MS Math. But of course, wala na ako, ipa-visualize lang na ako sa inyo ha. Because I want to derive the Fourier series, not define it. Okay? It's okay to just define it. Wala man ay problema. No? Like, you can know, pero ako di lang ko kontento manggod nga, murag, diretso lang asa man na siya gikan ron. So, magkahitabo, if you look at the Arken's music, it's a good book. Pero, don't try to understand the very deep concept dito. Dili gud pwede. Murag, detach kayo ang kada topics. Compartmentalize kayo siya. And, ay probability na. In fact, all of it can be sa analysis. Anyway. So, example. The f of x equals x in the interval minus pi to pi. Unsa ni siya? X squared. O x na lang sa. What is this? Minus pi to pi, you get this, right? And then, dire. This is a sawtooth signal. Okay? What if f of x equals x squared? You get this one. Now, there's a good visualization of Fourier analysis is a 3 blue brown 1. Dili na ako ipa-visualize sa inyo kay mahut. I mean, maybe sa ato anang klase sa formal na gyud. Katong karon kay nag-introduce ra ko ani. Okay? Okay? See, I think 3 blue brown 1. Nindot yung no ba? Okay. Now, how do we do this? F of x equals x squared. How do we get a naught? A naught is integrate x squared cosine nx dx. We're in x. Right? From minus pi to pi. So, do you know how to integrate this? 1 over pi? Do you know how to integrate this? Do you know? O sa yun, I mean, you should learn how to integrate this, right? This is basic. So, di na ako ni sa buhato, no? Saan ni sa pag-integrate? By parts. Taas na kayo. But you know IBP, right? Oh, and then AN. Oh, AN na lang. Ay, no. Sorry. Ang A naught di ay kay A naught kay x dx lang, right? So, what's A naught? That is x cubed over 3, 1 over pi, from minus pi to pi. Pero ang AN, 1 over pi, integral of cosine nx dx. Integrate by parts. The other one is BN. Right? Tama? Now, ano ni siya? What happens if, these are ang ANs are what we call the, unsay tawag ani, kung sa AXI plus AYJ, this is AX is how big is that, how large is that coordinate contributing, tama? So that means that AN is how big this N cosine N. This, unsay tawag ani, frequency, right? Some sort of, frequency, angular frequency, or inverse of that. Okay? Or related to some frequency. How AN is the measure of how big is that frequency contributing. Nakuha ninyo? This is the coefficient. Notice that if f of x equals cosine nx, kung sabi hitabo, all the rest are 0, right? Except AN. Or let's say cosine 5x. Except A5. All the rest will be 0. Because of the Kronecker delta, and the rest is ang A5 lang. Kung sabi hitabo, this is cosine squared 5x integrate light dx. Kung sabi ni siya? Saan siya? Because cos f of x, cosine 5x, and then cosine 5x. Mura mo contribute, tama? O sa integral sa cosine squared? Non-zero, right? Non-zero. Non-zero? Oh, non-zero. So, meaning that only AN, so you have A naught, A1, A2, hantod, diri kay A5, A6, all of this will be 0 except here. Because this is the only contributing. So the greater is the AN, the more that frequency meaning that we are estimating a signal in terms of its inherent frequency. It will become clear later unsa gyud na siya, okay? But as of now, we have to move because I'd like, okay, by the way, dito ka sa f of t is sum of Cn e to the in t. What's cosine x? This is e to the ix plus e to the minus ix over 2. Tama ba ne? Sin x equals e to the ix minus e to the minus ix over 2i. Okay, now let's expand this one. By the way, how do we find Cn? We integrate again, di ba? Integral of ft e to the minus int dt. No, it's just minus pi to pi. This is Cn, the sum of the integral of e to the I. Let's use m here. mt, so this is im minus nt. Tama? Shortcut na niya. dt. Now, this is what? This is Kronecker delta. Kung sa may ano, this is minus pi to pi. That's minus pi to pi. So that's 2 pi, I think 2 pi. Okay, this is equal to Cn. This whole thing here, it only works when m equals n. Whenever m is not equal to n, that's actually 0. So this is times 2 pi Kronecker delta mn. So meaning, yeah. So that would mean Cn now equals, we could equate this one, ft minus pi to pi e to the minus I nt dt. This is again a Fourier series. But the thing is, unsay kalahian sa cosine og sine, sir? Now let's look at this one in relation to the first one, the trigonometric expansion, and this is the exponential expansion. Okay? No, there's 1 over 2 pi. Now, ato ni siyang expand. Okay, ano na lang, I leave this one to you. Kay, para makaproceed tag next. Because, hapit na tamo, napakoy ko pasun nga topic. Okay, I want you to show that this is the same as the trigonometric. Okay? That this one can be just written as katong ganiha. Nakuha? Assignment. Nasabtan? Show that this is the same katong ganiha. A naught. So if that is the case, what is A naught in terms of Cn and Bn? Nakuha? Okay, show that this is just the same. Okay, that's what I want you to know because we don't have time. We have gamay lang Okay, this is what I want to do. And this is a kuan. Unsa kay kung nato, our f of t in general is A naught over 2 plus an, the sum of an, no, let's with Cn. Sa theta, the sum of Cn e to the I n. Now, if our period is from minus t over 2, we go from minus t over 2 to t over 2. If this is the case, then this will be equal to I times 2 pi over 2 n t. Over t. This will be our, okay, ano ni siya? This is I times 2 pi over t times nt. Okay? Now, let's call delta omega as 2 pi over t, right? Because whenever we take the difference, it becomes 2 pi over t. Okay? This means that omega n is, n delta omega. So we can express this one, f of t equals Cn, okay? Cn, Cn equal, Cn, e to the I omega n t. Okay, now as I've said, we now want to consider ganiha kay mao ni ang ano, di ba? Think of this as minus t over 2 to t over 2. Okay. Now, suppose that we have this function to estimate. If we have that function, what we have taken is an expansion sa kaning dire. In order to cater the whole function, unsay buhaton nato, we will expand the period. Tama? I-expound nato ang period in order to take this one. Now, what we are going to do is, okay, because in Fourier transform, in Fourier series, this function would be like this, right? Now, atong buhaton is, since this is our f of x, and we want to expand the whole, atong buhaton is, okay, let's define this one. F t of t is equal to f of t, indicator function of minus t over 2, t over 2 of t. What is this 1 of t? This is what we call the indicator function. It is 0. This one is 0 whenever t is not an element of this. But whenever t is an element of this, this whole thing is 1. So this means that, okay, mo ng f of t. Now, our p of, let's call this p of t to be, or just, I'd like to use q. Q of t to be, let's define this as f t of t, it's the sum. The sum of ft of t minus k times t. This is k is an element of z. Unsa ni siya? Whenever t is inside this, it becomes, this one will become f of t. But whenever t, this is outside of this, it becomes 0. So that means the graph of p of t is this, that, kana. Okay? Now what we want now is, what is now the Fourier series of this? In terms of that. So the Fourier series is, of p of t is, q of t, qt of t is, take the Fourier series of the, this is the sum of Cn e to the I omega n t. Okay? Take note of sa katungkuan ha. Delta omega equals 2 pi over t. And omega n is n delta omega. Now, ano itong buhaton? From this one, okay, what is Cn? What was our Cn ganiha? Cn is the integral of 1 over 2 pi of f of t. But we are talking about q of t. So, qt of t e to the minus I omega n t, right? And I omega t dt. Okay? Now, say next. Let's look at q of t. if we are going to integrate this, the integral now becomes from minus t over 2 to 2a over 2. Since our integration is from here, our q of t now just becomes what? Diba, whenever this one happens to be inside this interval, our q of t becomes, unsa? F of t lang, tama? So this now becomes just f of t. Okay? Now, our q of t, that means that our q of t is, when we take this, we have Cn is, what is 2 pi? 2 pi now is equal to delta, 2 pi, omega, so dato pa, this is delta omega over t times the sum of the integral of minus t over 2 to t over 2 of f of t e to the minus I omega t, okay, e to the I omega nt e to the I omega nt dt. Okay? Now, we now want, okay, di ba ang usaning q, okay, this q of t, as we increase this one dire, it contain, di ba, zero pa ni, but we increase nato ni siya, our interval, our indicator function. That means, gadahan-dahan ni siya, if naa na siya dire, asan ang function? Mauna po ni, right, tama? Naa siya dire, and then the other one dire, right? Dahan-dahan ka-reveal. Right? So that means that as we take the limit, as n approaches infinity, or, t approaches infinity, man. Okay, as t approaches infinity of qt of t, unsay mahitabo? When we pull this, dahan-dahan, okay, kasi, okay, pag diri na ang pag diri na itong interval, what would happen to the function? Mauna ni siya, right? And then 0 dire. That's q of t. But as t approaches infinity, this approaches to f of t, right? Okay? And now this becomes integral now. That means that this now becomes an infinite na integral. And we now, as the limit of this, the limit of all this now becomes a Riemann sum. Okay? Delta in delta W. Okay. When we take now the limit of that, this now becomes, and we define this by, let's take this defined as a function as f hat of, this is now a function of omega. Okay? Dapat na diri ang dt di ay. dt e to the I omega t. No? Okay, this is now, and then what happens when delta t approaches infinity? This becomes dw, tama? And that sum becomes an integral. So, that means now that f of t, this whole thing, ang q of t, mahimo ng f of t, and this is the integral of because I named this one as this. This is f hat of omega e to the I omega t dt. Omega n now becomes omega t. This is now the integration becomes infinity. And okay, times up.
D omega. D omega.
By the way, ang kanina ani siya 2 pi. Asan nawala ang 2 pi? Cn. Yeah, this is 1 over 2 pi. Na siya 1 over 2 pi. Cn, yeah. The limit now becomes minus infinity to infinity. Ah, yeah. Naikuha, na 2 pi. Ha? D omega. No. This is not the omega. We are in dt. This is in this is d omega. Okay, this is omega. This one is dt, where f omega equals f of t e to the minus I omega t dt is known as the Fourier transform. Wala, nadir ang 2 pi. And this one is the inverse Fourier transform. This is now the Fourier transform. And this is the inverse Fourier transform. Now, unsa ni siya? The Fourier transform is actually the Cn, the coefficients of the Fourier series. Di ba na kay Fourier series? So sa tong ano sa Fourier series? This ang katong iyang amplitude, right? The strength of that. So here, this one is unsa man ang unsa ang ang an, ang Cn. This is the strength of its frequencies. The higher the contribution of that frequency, the higher is the strength. So the Fourier transform is ang spike, the strength, the Fourier transform is actually the coefficients of the Fourier series when the space becomes gibira na niya. Okay? Gi-stretch niya and okay? So these are the coefficients, and this one right here is what we call the inverse Fourier transform. Unsa ni siya? We have a signal in general, ang gamit is we have a signal in xt. We want to find the frequencies there, inherent frequencies. And in order to do that frequencies, we will be needing this one. Okay? So anyway, maura niya akong ano sa inyo ha. Okay? Kay we have now derived, ani man good, halos detached ni siya. Kung makita ninyo sa kuan, halos gina-detach na nila ang Fourier series o Fourier transform. But basically, you would know that the Fourier transform is actually the continuous, the continuous version of the Fourier series, pero the coefficients of those series. Okay? So, anyway,